Good evening, everybody. We are recording now, so I will say hello, and welcome. Thank you for logging on this evening. On this beautiful evening, I am coming to you live from the garden, as you can see, because it is such a beautiful evening. So we'll hang on for a bit before we get started. Oh, hi guys, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Hi Rhiannon, hi Jax.
You alright?
Hi. Yeah, good. How's
You guys
yourself?
all right?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, really good, thank you.
I'm still buzzing. I've been trying to mean all week to send you a video message, Emma, because you were just absolutely on fire at training day.
Bless you, thank
No,
you.
you really. Oh, you think what struck me with you was that you just really stepped into your own power as a trainer and as an area manager, and it was just like goosebumps watching you. Just so incredible being there. So
thank you.
Yeah, it's like woo.
So I was watching the videos back, and afterwards I thought to myself, after I came back after doing the training and after can you guys see me all right? Because I'm that bit. That's
better.
Isn't it? That's better.
Yeah,
that's better. Yeah, after I did obviously going up and for recognition for hitting area and everything, and doing my bit of training, that I thought afterwards, God, was it going to be really, really cringy, nearly falling through the stage and jumping around like a crazy woman and all that. But then I thought, well, do you know what? It is what it is. And I think the biggest thing that I have learned over this whole journey, and one of the biggest things that I can say to everybody, is just keep it real and be yourself.
Yeah.
When it's tough, it's tough. And you know, you can share the lows as well as the highs. But do you know what? When it's good and you're frigging excited, show that excitement. It's not about being up your own backside. It's not about showing off. It's about just sharing that genuine excitement and genuine enthusiasm. And you know, it just is what it is. I felt the need to jump around on stage and scream, because you know what? It took long enough to get here. So
yeah. Hi Dee and hi Zinzi. I just saw them join us as we're talking. We're just talking about how Emma absolutely rocked it at the training day.
Bless you.
But you stepped in up at, you know, it's that trainer element to you as well. You know, it wasn't just dancing around on stage. And yeah, you spoke from your heart. I just thought you really stepped into your own power that day, you know. Isn't the rest of us were believing in you. It's like you believing in you, and that was just so powerful on its own, you know.
That's the personal development, I think. That's what comes, and I think that's what probably took a long time coming as well for me, and I think probably why it took me longer to get to area than what a lot of other people did, because of that personal belief and, as you say, personal power, and you know, just to get that kind of deserving and that self-worth and that strength and that I don't care about what anybody thinks or what anybody else does. I'm going to get out there, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And
did you feel different after doing it, Emma?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I felt a real sense of empowerment, I think. And although I was pooping it a bit, which you do, but you know, that's what it's all about. And I've done public speaking before, because I used to work on the cruise liners, and I've trained sort of therapists, and I've done kind of things like that before, but I've always been terrified of using the microphone. That's always been the bit that's freaked me out. And so it didn't even bother me. That didn't even bother me. So it's a definite progression, but that, you know, that all comes with personal development as well. So
yeah, I think one of the other speakers, I won't name, I don't embarrass her, not the same thing to be embarrassed about, but you know what I mean, don't name someone else. Anyway, her comment was that she'd been so nervous because it was her first time, and I think I said to her, you know, I don't think it matters if it's your first time or not, because I think even if you've done speaking or you've done a corporate job where you might have done a bit more public speaking in the past, it's still going to feel different here today. So I think it's a great equalizer in that, you know, it doesn't matter if it's your first time public speaking or not. I think everyone's going to have some nerves when they're doing it. So, and
I think it's also different when you're getting up and if you are speaking, and I know there was, I can't remember who it was now, that was saying, or I think a couple of people who were getting up and speaking and saying, you know, they used to talk into a room full of children, there was, you know, teachers speaking, but it's different when you're speaking about a job and something that you've trained in, and something that you are speaking about you.
So
different. You know, reeling off facts and figures and that kind of thing is easy because it's just stuff to remember. When you're getting up there and you're talking from the heart, it's like it's raw and you're putting yourself out there, and I think that's where the empowerment comes in, I think. So did everybody enjoy the day? Wasn't it amazing? Such a good day.
Brilliant
day. Awesome day. Right, okay, how are we doing for time? So let's crack on. So you may have been expecting CJ this evening, but you have me, as we've done a bit of a swap scene. And I am going to be talking to you guys tonight about rallying around your team, getting into momentum. Obviously, the 2 months that we've been going for area, that was massive momentum. So just a few tips. Can anybody hear a bit of something in the background? I don't know if that's me or what.
I think it's, to be honest, I think it's Zinzi. I think it's
Zinzi.
Sorry, it was me. It's my kid that you can hear. Whereas of the summer holidays, I'm muting, sorry.
That's all right. Oh, I know. I was going to say, who else has got kids off of school? How are you surviving? First day today, but yeah, I'm not on the gin just yet, but yeah, they've driven you mad already. I know. I've nearly lost the plot today, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's only the first day. We've got 6 weeks of this yet. Give me strength. Tell you what, kids, we love them. So I'm going to be talking about momentum, and feel free if anybody else wants to chip in with things that they've done and ideas. I know, obviously, Zinzi, you've done amazing things with your team to get into momentum. Obviously, when you was going, well, right from when you started, really, all the way to now. So I will share with you what my tips are and what I did, and then we'll kind of have a bit of an open forum, and we can see what other tips other people have got. So I'm just going to go through the recognition. Now, we didn't really have any last week, so this is kind of right from the beginning of the month, because we didn't have training last week because we had leadership. So if anybody hasn't put on the page already, pop it in the chat and I can give you a shout out as well. So Danny Wells, well, you know, what more is there to say? I'm just going to reel off Danny's list. So she's got new DM Qual Michelle Gursky. So well done, both of you guys. New PC Hannah Rosenbrook. New PC Charlotte Worthington. Danny has already DM bonus. She did that before she went on holiday. Amazing, isn't it? So she was at leadership. So Danny, I know you'll be watching the recording. Well done. Joelle Woolley, she sold an RE9 set to a new PC. Jessica Bramwell sold an RE9 set to a new PC. Jess Bramwell, Laura Willis, Joelle Woolley and myself all attended Leadership Academy, and I know a lot of you guys that are on here also attended Leadership Academy, so massive well done to everybody who came along. Claire Lennon, 500 PQV, fantastic, well done. Has anybody Roger Bannistered? Obviously we've got until tomorrow, but has anybody Rogered yet? Is anybody close? Not this time round. Never mind. Summer can be a bit of a funny time, but you kind of got to anybody's worried, is anybody worried about working their business over summer? Not that that was on my agenda, but is anybody kind of concerned because it's summer holidays, kids are off school, people are going on holiday, frustrated but not worried? We had a fantastic call last summer, beginning of the summer, from Jerry about it's all about the mindset over summer. And some people kind of not give up, but just think, oh, well, people are going to be on holiday, people haven't got the money, people have got kids off school, they're not going to be able to work their business, and you know, all of these kind of excuses that pop into people's heads. And it's just all about the mindset, because you can put those excuses on anything. It's coming up to Christmas, it's New Year and everybody's skint from paying Christmas off. People are then saving for their summer holidays. There's always going to be something. So it's just all about the mindset. So if you have got any of those kind of concerns or worries in your head, just flick them out, get rid of them, because yes, it's different, because, you know, we're juggling kids off of school, but we've got a whole other opportunity. So, you know, yes, you're going to have to manage your time differently, because, you know, to do your miracle morning, to do your tracker, you might not have those hours that you normally had to do it. You might not be able to get out for those one-to-one coffee dates, but you just have to work it differently. So, you know, you might have to get up a bit earlier to get in the things that you need to do, but get out and about. Use it. The kids can be a fantastic way of meeting new people, and, you know, going out to different clubs, different groups, different theme parks, you know, so many different places that you can go, and you're going to meet up with other mums, and you're going to meet up with mums that are in maybe similar situations to you, who, you know, they might be struggling over the summer holidays and their heads are going to explode. They need fizz sticks. Come on, let's face it, fizz sticks are lifesavers over the summer holidays, aren't they? You know, they might need the extra money, the extra income. They might have had to take time off work to be able to look after the kids in the summer holidays. They might be struggling with childcare over the holidays. You know, there are lots of different issues that come to light over the school holidays that don't come up normally. So it's just different opportunities. So instead of thinking about it as issues and worries, just think of it as different opportunities and new opportunities, and make the most of it. And yeah, people are going on holiday, but they need sun cream, and they want to get bikini body ready. And then when they come back, they want to lose that half a stone that they put on when they was away, because, you know, they've done too much of that and too much of that. So, you know, it's just different opportunities. So just make the most of those different opportunities before the kids all go back to school and it all goes back to normal again. So that was off on a little bit of a tangent. So momentum and getting your team into momentum. Now, obviously, when my team, I didn't get to area on my own. I know some people have done it on their own, which, my goodness, I don't know how they've done that. I think that is absolutely phenomenal, getting to area as a team of one. But it is easier doing it as a team. And, you know, if you're working together, working to promote other people, that is what you really want to focus on. And for two reasons. Firstly, it's going to take away the emphasis from you. And that's a massive mindset shift. Because if you're thinking all the time, whether you're working towards getting to district, whether you're working towards getting to area, whether you're working towards getting to whatever you're working towards, if you have just got it in your head, my goal, how am I going to get there? When am I going to get there? It's a very different vibration, a very different energy to taking the emphasis off of you. And I know we've heard all of this before, so I know I'm just reiterating stuff, but at the end of the day, that's what our training always tends to be about. It's just different people saying the same kinds of things, and then all of a sudden it will just click. But by taking the emphasis off of you and moving it to your team and helping your team, it's a whole different energy. And by helping people in your team get to district, that is what is going to get that momentum going. And I think that was the biggest thing for us as a team when we went for it. I had Jess, who promoted to district, so she was a district. I had Joelle, who was going into district qual and then completed district over that period as well. And then I had Karina, who was going into district qual. So we all were working very much as a team and very much on our own goals. And I think to do it, your team has to be ready and your team has to be going for the goal as well. You really do come together, and we massively came together. And I did some incentives for my team as well, which can work quite well because it just keeps everybody fired up and keeps everybody going. And we really bounced off each other. We were really keeping each other accountable, and we were all going for that one goal as a group. It was never about me. It was about the whole team, and everybody was playing ball. And, you know, just keeping that going. I think the accountability, the communication has to be massive, and just keeping that energy going, keeping that energy high, keeping it fun so you know, it's not, you don't want it to be hard work. Yeah, it is hard work when you're going for promotion, but you don't want to be trying, and you don't want to be pushing, and you don't want to be in that kind of feel. You want to be in the, we're going to do this, come on, we're going to do this, we're amazing, we've got this, and that real positive energy and that belief. And I think the belief was a massive part about it. And I'm sure a lot of you would agree with any of the goals that you've gone for. If you haven't got the belief, it doesn't come together. You have to have that belief that you're going to do it, that it's going to happen. You usually don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know what's going to fall into place, but you just have to have the belief that everything is going to fall into place. And you have to instill that belief into your team as well. And you have to get them believing that they are going to achieve what they're working towards. And I think it also helps that, in the same sense that when you take the emphasis off of you and work to help your team achieve their goals, they also do the same. And I know with quite a few of my team, they knew that because we were going for area, it helped to push them to go for the bigger goal rather than their own goal. Now, who was on the team when we went nation back in November? Just give me a wave if you was anybody on here on the team when we went nation. See, now that was phenomenal, because that was all about us as a team going nation, and everybody really went for it. And I can remember Danny on I don't know what training call it was. It was one of the training calls not that long ago. She was talking about how there are three hats that she has for different people in the team, and she kind of talked about it like a football team. So there's the people that are on the pitch that are actually playing the game, and they are full on, and they're the ones really working the business, and they're going for it, and they're sponsoring, and they're doing their massive PPVs, and they're bonusing, and they're, you know, they are really all in for the business. And then you've got the people who sit on sidelines. So they're the people that kind of dip into the business and then dip out again, and then they do a little bit, and they're walking with the business, but they're not all in, they're not completely full on. And then you've got the people who are the audience, and they're just kind of sitting watching, and they'll be buying products, and they'll be doing a bit of this and a bit of that. When we went nation, Danny was saying that it was the people on the sidelines and the people that were in the audience that were the ones that pulled it out the bag and made it happen, because the runners, the ones that were going in the middle, were still going boom, 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 like they always had done. But that extra that we needed to complete was done from the people on the sidelines and the people in the audience, because they were working, they could see what the whole vision was, and they wanted to be part of that vision, and they wanted to make it happen. So sometimes it's easier to shoot for somebody else's goal than it is for yourself. So that works both ways. And, you know, I think that's a really good thing to remember as well. And seeing who in your team, get to know your team, obviously, you know, you're all working together and you're all working really closely, but get to know your team and figure out the ones that are really motivated by their own goals and the ones that are really motivated by other people's goals. And then you know how they work best and how they're best motivated and how you can help them. because that way, if they're more motivated by helping you achieve your goals than them achieving theirs, then you need to keep them in the loop more and more and more about what's going on with the big picture, and you'll find that they will rise up and they will achieve their goals anyway, but they're not focused on that, they're focused on the big vision. So, and really instill the belief in everybody. So what else was I going to say? I think knowing with momentum, knowing when to, with yourself and with your team, know when people need a kick, because at the end of the day, we need a little bit of a nudge, whether it's a nudge that, oh, come on, you can do this, because we all get scared, we all get a little bit freaked out sometimes, and sometimes people need a, come on, yes, you can do this, come on, you've got this, and they need that extra motivation. And when you're getting close, and I think breaking down the goal is a really good way to do it as well, and so you all know what you're going for. And when you're getting close, you're really giving that, come on, we can do this, come on, you're nearly there, you're so close. And then knowing when to back off as well, because I think there's a line, and I noticed this several times over those 2 months when we were going area, there's a line when you're getting so close that, and everybody's messaging out everybody, and everybody's going really, really crazy. It's like, oh my God, we've got to do this, we're really, really close, we're going to do this. And then it starts to almost get a little bit desperate and a little bit like you're begging. Yeah, you're messaging that person again, please place an order, please, we're so close to achieving our goal, please place an order. And that's a negative energy. Yeah, so knowing when you're putting out all of that positivity, and when you're really getting riled up and really enthusiastic and really motivated and everybody's on it, and then the time that you need to say, right, stop, everybody stop now, when the messages aren't coming back through anymore, and you start thinking, oh my God, what we're going to do, we're so close but nothing's coming back to me, and you start to get in that kind of frantic mode. Know the point to stop and step back and go and have a bath, go and have a glass of wine. And I can remember at several points saying to my team, like, everybody stop messaging people, stop doing everything, stop and breathe, because you've put everything together, you've put it all out together, you're putting it out to the universe, you're putting these intentions out, you've got this belief it's going to happen, and then when you kind of hit that plateau where nothing's happening, the saying, when nothing's happening, everything's happening, you've got to sit back, and you've got to have faith and trust in the universe that it is all going to come together. And you've got to stop pushing, because there's a very fine line between pushing and pulling, and you need to pull it towards you rather than push for it to happen. And figuring out what that point is and spotting it in your team, I think, is a really, really good skill to learn, because you can push too far and people can go, do you know what, nah, don't like this, go away. And it can push people over the edge. So knowing when that time is to hold back and sit back and relax and chill. And when we actually completed, I didn't actually expect us, we completed live on Facebook, and that was not the intention at all. I didn't expect us to be completing live, didn't expect us to be completing at that particular time. I knew we were going to do it by that night, but I didn't expect it to be happening live on Facebook. It was absolutely mental, but the momentum was there and things were coming in finish off, and it was done in a really fun way, and it wasn't done in a pushy way. So I think, that's really important.
I don't know where she's gone.
About to say she's popped off, but she's still recording. So she's back.
I'm back.
Hey.
Sorry, I've got no idea what happened there. Connection just seemed to go. How bizarre. No idea. I've not moved or anything. Oh well, we're back anyway. Right, so what was I saying? Yeah, personal.
Talking about the pushing and pulling and how we need
Yeah,
to
so
connect
pushing and
towards
pulling,
us.
and with your personal development and your team's personal development, figure out what your personal blocks are, and then help your team get over their blocks, because that's going to help them move forward, and really, really encourage them in that sense, and really, empower them and give them the belief that they can achieve it and they can do it. It's really good to have accountability buddies as well, and I recommend this for everybody, to do this with somebody who isn't as part of your team. Your team can do it for each other, especially if you've got 2 district managers or 2 people working to district. That's really, really good, because they can bounce off each other. They can share ideas. They're going through the same kind of thing. But if you haven't got people that can do that in your team, then we've got a massive team. We've got some great sidelines going on. So it's again, that's a really good encouragement. It's coming from if that makes sense. So it's a very different energy. I work very closely with Steve. We've been in the business together for a very, very long time now, similar sort of time, and we've always been at a similar sort of level. So we really do gel very well, and we bounce off each other a lot, and we really can give it. I don't know what's going on with my
Mummy, you need to come up.
well, I can't, because I'm doing live at the minute. I'll be up in a minute.
Daddy needs to be right now.
Well, he's gonna have to wait, because I'm doing a live training. Go on, skedaddle.
No.
Yes, go. We're nearly finished. Go upstairs. I'll see you in a minute. So yeah, if you can find somebody who's got to be an accountability buddy, that's going to be really, really useful and really helpful as well. And I think, to be honest, that was about most of my tips.
Daddy needs to right this second. No one's you.
Well, she can calm down then, can't she? So has anybody else got any other tips or any other things that they can share?
Ow. Ow.
Emma, do you know when you was going for area with your team and they were going for district, did
Yes.
you concentrate on, do you feel like the momentum is better when you concentrate on a specific product group or specific products, or not?
We tried a few different things. We did some breakdowns. Right, well, tell her to come down. We tried a few different things.
said,
I did.
Emma.
All right, well, tell her
She
to come
wants
down.
Emma. She wants Emma.
Tell her to come down.
Just go,
Tell her
Emma.
to come down. Yes, tell her to come down.
My leg hurts so badly.
I did breakdowns of the 30 days. I did breakdowns of the makeup and lots of the other things that everybody else did. But I think it was a bit of everything, really. I don't think one particular thing worked for us. It was a bit of everything. So yeah, that didn't. I tried to focus on different things, but nothing particular.
Yeah.
It was just a bit of everything.
Cool.
Any other tips or any other questions? I'll just check the chat, see if anything.
Oh, I thought it. I muted myself.
Hiya.
Do you know when you was going for area? Like, what was your main activity that you was doing? Like, was you making sure that you was out all the time, like at events or online?
I struggle doing actual events because my other half works away and I've got 2 kids at home. So it's difficult for me to get out and do stuff. So I was doing a lot of online stuff, and I was doing a lot of just kind of talking to people and one-to-ones, really. I think that's how I've got most of my stuff anyway, is just by messaging people and talking to people and getting and doing sales that way.
So like drop-offs and things, like sample drop-offs.
Yeah, so lots of samples, getting products on skin, and, you know, just keeping it personal.
Yeah. Okay,
I did a few different events, but I find that they weren't more for exposures than anything else. But it's that follow up.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. Right, I can't see anything in the chat because the chat's all disappeared as I've come off and come on again. So was there anything else that anybody that I could have missed in the chat? Anything else that needs a shout out? No.
Chat seems clear, Emma.
Okay. Well, I hope you found that useful. Whatever snippets of it, you know, I think the thing with all of our trainings is you take what is right for you, and the rest of it, you let it go, because different things work for different people. So I hope you got a little bit of use out of some of that. But, you know, if anybody ever wants to either have a chat with me or ask me anything, then I'm always around just to drop me a message, and I'm more than happy to help you. But well done. Who's in 8 to be great? Yeah. Well done. Well done. Week 4. I think I made it to week 6 last time. So I'm determined to get the full 8 weeks this time. But excellent. So well done, guys, and well done everybody who came to leadership. And I shall sign off now, and I will see you all on the 9 o'clock. And thank you so much, and have a fantastic second half of the month. Smash it, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.